Hey guys, welcome to episode 7 of Staying Insane, or Staying Insane? I don't know. Tonight, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of random crap. TV shows, pet peeves, food, of course, always food.
Yep.
So, we actually expand on Fat Boy Corner a little bit, so there's a little more food talk for you. So, hope you guys like the episode. Stay tuned. Alright, how are we doing tonight, guys?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Alright, how are you doing, Adam?
Surviving better than last week. The last episode.
Week? Episode? One of those?
You're doing it now, too.
Yeah, yeah,
For the
Darn it.
audience, it's only been 3 days since we recorded last.
Alright, boys. Tonight, we have on the docket, I think, some weird ones, but I think it'll end up pretty good. So, I want to start off with, what is your favorite shows or animes? That's something I've been thinking about lately, because a lot of time was on hand. A lot of good animes and shows out there to watch, so.
Shows. Yeah, down. There you go. So, shows, at least. Lately, I watched The Witcher, I watched The Mandalorian.
Bangers.
Both of them are really, really good. If you don't have Disney Plus, get it. Get the free trial, watch The Mandalorian, and then, probably keep Disney Plus because it's great.
it's pretty great.
Witcher's awesome. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original. It's based on the Witcher books, and then what followed the Witcher books were the games. So it's
Which,
really,
funny story, I didn't even know there were books. I only played the games.
Yeah, those.
Because I'm a nerd.
Those games were based on the books from.
I know that now, but
I don't even know when, the 90s or something, 80s.
I don't know. For me, that's for goddamn sure.
Yeah, a long time ago. Whenever it was. So those are two TV shows I've been watching. I just started The Last Kingdom, which is a Netflix original, I think.
Yeah. I've seen that one. That's a good one. That is a very good one.
I just started it. I'm on like 2 minutes into episode 2. Before I had to stop watching today.
Is it gripping yet?
Gripping?
Is it an early gripper, or is it like you gotta get through some episodes?
So episode 1, you don't really meet anybody by name really at first. There's basically a king of what is it? What's it today? Northumberland?
Yes.
Or something like that, but it's Northumbria back in the Viking-ish English times. It's when England's still broken up into like many different kingdoms, or Britain, I guess, Britannia. And 10 minutes in, they cut off the son of the king's head and throw it at their door.
Ice them.
Vikings do. Vikings throw
as you do.
Kid's head at the door of the castle, and it was just like, all right, that's cool, I guess. But like anime-wise, I've been watching One Piece lately. I'm like 200-ish episodes in. So One Piece is kind of a nostalgic anime for me because it was one of those first shows I actually saw. Like, I used to watch it on Toonami on Cartoon Network as like being 12 years old.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nostalgic. I watched as much as I like started from where I remembered, like 40-ish episodes in. Because I tried to watch it a couple times. So I remembered up to like episode 40-ish or something like that, and then I started watching and I'm like 200 some episodes in, but there's like 950 episodes out right now.
Yeah.
And it's still going. It's like 15 years old now.
Oh yeah.
So I'm on that. Otherwise, I don't know. Nothing else really. Watched some documentaries and stuff. Disney Plus, they've got those National Geographic documentaries.
Okay.
That's about it. I don't know. I like documentaries.
Okay.
Adam?
I mean, lately the closest thing I've been watching to like a show would just be like a kept up with series on YouTube, a little channel called Unis Honest, started by Markiplier and Crank Gameplays, or Ethan, as some of you may know him. Or if you don't, just go watch them. They're just two dudes. They're funny. They have literally found like a million different funny ideas to do on the internet, even though they're both stuck at home and can't like really hang out. It's pretty great. But last TV show I really like sat down and watched was probably Stranger Things. Like I finally was like, you know, it's been like 5 years. I should probably watch that. It was kind of a big deal.
I've never watched that show.
Neither have I.
I like it. I enjoyed it a lot. Ty and Abby tried watching it.
Yeah.
They like watched like the first couple episodes and said it was boring, and so I was a little butthurt. I was like, wow, you didn't watch it right. So, then
over there.
Yep, sorry about that. I was watching an anime. I don't remember what it was called.
Just gotta double check. Yeah, no. As far as anime, my favorite's probably like SpongeBob. No, I'm sorry. I just wanted to get as much.
Drive to your house right now and punch you in the face.
Whoa! Hey. Yeah. I was looking for that reaction. Everyone in the comments. I've never. The only anime I've ever watched is Shane made me sit through like the first 2 or 3 episodes of JoJo's
Bizarre
something.
Adventure.
Yeah, and it is
Try a different one.
definitely bizarre.
Yeah,
JoJo's is not good.
That is not an
They
anime one.
burned a puppy, and he like was walking on a wall with just his toes, but it was like brick, and he was just like jamming them in there, and I was like, ooh, that gotta hurt. And Shane's like, well, he's strong, and I was like, last show I watched probably Stranger Things. Shane and I also watched Game of Thrones and got the entire way through to like 2 seasons before the end in like 2 months, and then we just stopped because we don't work nights together anymore.
That's right.
Okay.
So, Game of Thrones, good series, but also you have to like not be able to feel emotion and able to get through that without having mental breakdowns in certain areas. But you know, it's still good, you know.
Oh yeah. I've never watched Game of Thrones either, but I've seen a lot of stuff on the internet. So.
Here's what's weird. It's great and I love it, but my advice is just because once you're in it, like you just have to go through the thing.
Okay. That's weird.
Did his audio do something weird for you there?
Yeah, it did. It happens anytime somebody tries to do anything to me.
It was weird. It sounded like your normal actual voice. That was what threw me off.
Clearer. It was really weird.
It was very weird.
Darn it, I should have let them keep calling me. Somebody called me. No, it wasn't Livy even. It was Jake.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
how about you, Eddie?
Yeah. I cannot find the anime I was watching, but it has to do with a lot of blood and stuff like that. So PG-13 or whatever the hell it is.
TV.
But the one I've been watching and I got caught up with and I'm very upset with is My Hero Academia. Very upset with that.
Shane has also talked about that one.
Honestly, Adam, you should probably give that one a go. I think that one, it's a lot better than JoJo's. I will say that outright.
I didn't hate it. It was just odd.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they don't kill anything in the first, like, actually, I don't think they ever kill anything, to be honest, now I'm thinking about it.
There's a hero killer,
but...
Spoilers! Oh, God.
That's like literally the first big bad in the whole series.
I know, I'm
find out about it.
Other than that, I don't have TV, so it's hard for me to like watch TV shows.
I don't have TV either.
But one thing I have been watching lately, which is kind of a series, is the Alex Steele show, where he just does smithing. And they're like hour streams on YouTube. It's pretty good. I like blacksmithing, so it's interesting to me at least.
Huh. Awesome.
But that's all I have for that. Like I said, I don't have TV. But and the thing is, like, at this point, I haven't had TV for like 4 years, so at this point, I don't even like know what the fuck is even on anymore. So
that's the way I've
nothing.
Yeah, that's since I moved out of my parents into my last apartment.
Yeah.
I haven't had TV, nor do I care to pay $200 a month for
No.
cable and internet package when
It's
internet on its own
ridiculous.
is only $80 and I can deal with that. For
The only thing I
everything.
miss, the only thing I miss about live TV are sports. And that's literally the only thing I miss.
But you have
Yeah,
ESPN
you're not
Plus
missing
now with
anything.
Disney Plus.
Well, the thing is I did actually. That's the whole reason I got Disney Plus is because of that bundle. All the games I wanted to watch are blacked out in this area.
Right? What the? Okay, what is up
Like
with
Pens
that?
games. I wanted to watch a Pens
Yeah.
game one night, blacked
No.
out
Can't.
Oh,
I don't
because,
understand it.
because it's local.
Yeah.
And same thing
And
with
they
Hulu
can't take the
Sports.
business away from. Yeah,
Speaking
it's
of
so
that,
stupid.
For anybody who wants to do stuff like that, get a VPN provider.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of good things about ExpressVPN. This is not an ad, nor are we anyway
Or it could be.
affiliated. Yeah, if ExpressVPN wants to get a hold of us and do some ad reads, we're your boys.
Audible.
But seriously, ExpressVPN, it like lets you change your location so you can watch stuff from anywhere. Like you can change your location to be in like the UK or I don't know.
Belarus.
Yeah, seriously, anywhere. So you can watch stuff that's not just localized. Like whether you want to believe it or not, there's a lot of stuff on every website that is only allowed in certain areas. So like Netflix has stuff that's only available in the UK and stuff that's only available in America and everywhere, I guess.
Love to be scammy.
But it's also
I'm gonna be right back.
okay. So so basically that just lets you do whatever you want. So like you can watch stuff from anywhere. So like you'd be able to watch Pens. I do have a website if anyone wants to watch Penguins games or any NHL game for free. That's what I use. You just want to enable your ad blocker on your browser.
Yeah, it does not work on PlayStation. I'll let you know from personal experience.
Yeah, so like on a computer you can watch this for short. It's called NHLstream.net, and I use it every single time there's a Pen game on or a any sports at all. Like when the playoffs for hockey were going to start, that's where I was going to watch them. Like you can, and they have like specifically like here is all the playoff games. They list them out for you, and you can even I think it's one press, and it sends you to whichever one's at live that day. Like I used it last year for the 2018-2019 series. Watched all of the Stanley Cup that way.
Speaking of Pens games, Adam, whatever happened to those tickets? Did they say they refund you? Did they refund you, or did they reschedule it, or I never heard a follow up to this story. So
I'm not gonna get into what provider I got these tickets through.
okay.
Could be StubHub. Could also be StubHub. But the point is, you pay for a thing when you buy the tickets that is like, if something comes up, or for some reason the event can happen, or you get sick, or you can't go, pay this extra $10 now for each ticket, and you'll be fully refunded. So I was like, we're good. I paid it because I'm smart and have awesome brain power. This whole thing happens. I get sad. I'm like, great birthday gift. Happy birthday. We get to do nothing because sickness is taking over the world. That happens. I go and check. I'm like, okay, when's this going to be like transferred back to my bank account? Because it was like almost $300. So I would like that back, please, sir. They were like, well, the game hasn't been canceled. It's been postponed. And I was like, okay. So I'm like, right, cool. So then I start looking into these extra Coachella 19 rules that they've added.
Okay.
And it's all like, due to Coachella 19, your events may not be refunded fully, but you may get a credit for our website. And I was like, here's the thing. I don't go to events. I do not need credit. I would like $300 back, please. So, as far as that goes, if you still go, it still just says postponed. But from what Tyler told me the other day, from when he was reading on SportsCenter or something, They are expecting to come back with the NHL in, I don't know, I think late May for the Stanley Cup in early June. So I was like, ooh, people will not be happy if they just do that.
We
Cause,
still had like 4 weeks, 5 weeks
Yeah.
of hockey plus playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, but, hey, maybe, oh gosh, what's his face will be back, maybe.
Cancel.
Yes, thank you.
No.
No?
No, he's out.
You
the
never
rest
know,
of the
could be
season.
a Coachella 19 miracle.
He might come back at the halfway through next season.
I
Did
know,
he
I
break his
just-
femur or something? What did he do?
I thought it was his arm.
Something. No, he broke something or had
Like
something so
computer.
serious that it was. Did he have shoulder surgery? Was that what it was?
I thought it was
Yeah.
back surgery.
It was one.
Oh,
no, Crosby
gosh.
had back
Gosh.
surgery. He had-
Oh yeah, you're right. Crosby had back surgery.
Right. And he came back from that.
Oh gosh. Oh,
Yeah,
we all
yeah.
look so...
I don't. It's been so long
It's
since
been
I thought about
2
hockey.
months without hockey.
Exactly.
It's like,
I
don't
I've tried
remember
to
what
block
happened
out.
last October.
I've
Fuck, I
tried to
don't remember what
block it
happened
out
last
so I don't
week.
cry.
But
Wait,
thanks.
what? It's
I
been
don't remember.
weeks since this has started?
I don't remember what happened last week.
Yeah, I've been only out of work a month. We've only been doing this 4 weeks.
Okay, so it was a shoulder injury.
Was it a
Yeah.
shoulder injury? Okay, I
shoulder
thought it was like his rotator cuff or something. It was-
Although he got off and got up and got off by himself, so
I mean,
it didn't
it's
look
his
bad when
shoulder, it's not his back.
if you watch it back, it looks pretty bad. But like,
Never watched
he
it
made it
again.
look like he was okay. Yeah, oh yeah, you watch it in slow motion, done. You're like, oh, I see where, okay,
Oh,
I get it.
Was it Schultz last season that broke his ankle? Where his
Oh.
whole foot got twisted around?
Oh
I
yeah.
know
Or
what you're
was it his
talking
knee or
about.
something?
Yeah,
His knee got up underneath
I
him, and he tore like his ligaments in his knee. It was one of those.
it's just
But it was
disgusting.
like absolutely just terrible. Like his knee was up here by his hip, or his ankle was up by his hip. Like it was absolutely awful.
Yeah. Anytime like you watch anything back like that in slow motion, it is just, especially like the puck to the face. That's like one of my worst fears. You take something like that to the face at like 80 miles an hour, I would just, oh god, I would hope it would kill me. Yeah, yeah, just
Crosby
I
took
can't.
one close to the end of when they were playing. He had to wear a whole.
Oh yeah, I remember the jaw mask.
He
He did
I
have
think he
surgery
took
on
one-
his jaw.
like,
he took one
yeah.
this year.
oh, and you see pictures like months later, and it's like looks so not okay. And they're like, "Yep, ready to go back on the ice." And I'm like, "No, just hide, just keep your face." Oh,
It's like the guys that get hit in the face or lose teeth in the middle of the game. And they're like, just give me some stitches, put some tape on it, let me go back
hold
out.
this. Here, hold my gum. What?
Hockey
was it?
players are a different breed of person in
Seriously.
general.
They're just
Yeah.
they're some tough motherfuckers.
But we love you.
Yes.
If any hockey
Yes,
players out
please
there,
keep
I love hockey. Keep
doing
on.
Yeah,
Brian Russ?
we were unlucky enough not to
Oh,
have
yeah.
hockey in our area to play.
I would have loved to play hockey when I was younger. Holy shit.
Yeah, me too. Right now I wish I would have played hockey rather than football. No, don't get me wrong, I loved my time at football, but hockey would
yeah.
have been so much.
So much better.
I'm the right build for a hockey player. Like
I'm not, so
But
it would have been more
like-
fun for me.
I was way less alignment size.
Uh-oh. Give him a second. Sorry, audience.
Yeah,
we had a disconnect.
I agree. Hockey would have been a lot better because, you know, Americans and their football, am I right? Nothing even happened.
American football.
I actually don't know what happened there.
What, when you got disconnected?
Yeah. It literally, it flashed, and then you guys were gone, and I was like, oh, I know what happened. I need to hang up and come back.
But yes, Jeremy is the right build for a hockey player. I am not. I'm a bit on the heavy side, so it would have been more interesting for me.
That would have been.
You could have been goalie.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm actually very flexible for how big I am.
Can you do?
I know.
Almost.
I can't do a split at all.
I'm like 6 inches from doing a full split. For how big I am.
That's actually impressive, though.
Yeah, I can't do that. Don't ask me to do that ever.
Tune in next episode to see Eddie do a full split.
God, no. That is what's called false advertising, sir.
Mm.
Oh,
Clickbait is different.
Clickbait!
What else? What else is going on?
Let's see. Next topic I want is we talk about food a lot. However, this one I'm gonna wind back to your memories of food. What is something you smell being cooked or eat that reminds you of a simpler time?
Oh.
Go ahead,
That's a
Adam.
hard one.
Go ahead, Adam. I think Jeremy's thinking so.
Anytime my dad actually grills, when you know the grill sheath comes undone, and you hear the squeak out in the porch, you're like, oh yeah, that is just such a very because grills, they build up the flavor, and you never clean them on purpose because they're like cast iron pots. I know a lot of you out there are probably like, that's disgusting, you're horrible. I'm American, okay? We don't clean our grills here in America.
No.
We let the flavor savor. And you use those wooden sticks to scrape them, but that still doesn't clean them. That just kind of gets the
gunk off. That's all.
Yeah. But it keeps the flavor like cast iron pot. So it's very unique. It's like the same every time, even if it's different stuff. Not the taste, but the smell. Anyway, that and freaking Tyson's pre-cooked breaded chicken reminds me of a simpler time when I'm younger.
Literally everybody is calling me right now.
Yeah, I can tell that now.
Your camera's going nuts.
Yeah, your camera goes a little crazy when it does it too. It's like, you know, in a video game when you get shot and you're dying and the edge of the screen kind of closes down. That's what's going on.
It's pretty good.
Okay, he stopped. That was Tyler. Believe it or not, none of these have been Livy. Okay, anybody watching or listening to this, I never get a phone call, ever. These people I'm talking to right now call me more in one night than I get called usually in that month. So, the fact that I got 2 phone calls this little combo, yeah, it's insane.
I do think it's weird how your mic sets it back to almost your normal voice. I think that's super fucking weird.
I don't know what happens, because it's even on silent, it's on Do Not Disturb, and if I get in Discord, it's like, nah, you want to know, right?
Well, because it's a Discord call, I think it turns your Do Not Disturb off.
Yeah.
That's probably true, yeah.
So Jeremy, a food for you.
Food for me, definitely, and I eat it all the time still, is spaghetti for sure.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, I am a spaghetti destroyer. I'll eat, if I have spaghetti, I'll probably eat 2 plates. At least. 2 full heaped plates of spaghetti.
Only 2?
No, you should see my full plates of spaghetti. It's absolutely insane.
Only 2.
That sounded like the 5 commercials for the 5 gum. Taste your Texas.
How it feels to chew 5 gum.
Yes, perfect.
Oh my.
What is happening? Tyler is calling me again.
Okay. So do you he got a phone call too? Oh my god. Guys, what is that? Got me. That got me too. I was so confused. So, funny story. Do you want to know what Tyler's fall was about?
What's up?
All right, hold on.
He had
Time
his. Okay.
Go ahead.
He had his output, so he bought another PlayStation, to hang at his mom's house and stuff.
Okay.
So he plugged his headset in. He's like, the sound is still coming through my TV. I was like, okay, go to your sound settings. He's like, right. And I was like, is there an output section? He's like, yes. I was like, yeah. And he goes, oh, all audio. I was like, yeah. You want that to go to headphones? He's like, oh, that's simple enough. Cool, thanks, man. See ya. I was like, I love the kid to death. When it comes to
Holy
anything
crap.
athletic or human-based, great. Tons of knowledge. Anything that involves the simplest attack is just like, yo! He's just...
Will you please sit? Don't do. I'm sure that was great.
No, we didn't hear anything.
Okay, good, because he just rubbed his entire face on the mic. Like, the entire face.
Anyway, sorry. That tonight is nuts.
Yeah. And
Mike's
William called
weird.
me, because he got off work and wanted to know if I need anything from Walmart. And I'm like, nah, homie, pick up the food and get your ass home.
He texted me earlier.
What? Is he dying?
That's what I thought. He's like,
Sam,
hey,
please
what are you doing
move.
tonight? I was like, we're filming a podcast. What are you doing? He's like, feel like gemming. I was like, what you want to gem? He's like, anything. What you want to gem? I was like, Warzone? He's like, let's stomp nerds. I was like, okay.
Stomp nerds.
Anyway, alright, wow. This I feel bad for you, Jeremy. You
Tonight.
think you had late nights
Just
before,
leave it all in.
it's
Leave
just
it all
gonna
in.
be...
Show the people the madness they'd want.
Oh my god.
How to get off track, episode 7.
Alright, anyways, what you were talking about spaghetti.
Yeah. So, hold on. There we go. Okay, so spaghetti is my Achilles heel when it comes to food, because not only did my dad always make it for us as kids, my grandparents made it all the time. Like my dad's parents, when we'd go over there, they'd either have like spaghetti or ravioli or something like that. So I always
Something you
had
can make
that.
in mass quantity.
Something you can make because my dad was the oldest of 7, so there were 7 adult children and then their kids and spouses and whoever else. So like just my dad's brothers and sisters and then us, that's 16 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a
Or-
lot.
No, that's not right. 15? 13, and then my grandparents, so that's 15 people. Not including any of my aunts and uncles, husbands and wives, or their kids, or anything. So, like,
Oh, yeah.
all of a sudden, you're like, I need 10 pounds of pasta. like, oh my. So, I remember having that all the time. And my parents tell this story about how much I love and have always loved spaghetti. Is when
Okay.
we were really little. I was maybe 4 or 5. We went on a train ride, like, I don't even know where. But it was just me, my brother, my parents, and my sister might have been like a year old at the time.
Okay.
So, and we didn't have any of the 2 younger ones. So it was just 3 of us, or 5 of us, I mean, the 3 kids and my parents. And the other 2 got, like, Jado, I think, was bottle feeding at that point. And then Ketten got, like, chicken nuggets or something. And I got spaghetti. And I was, like, insistent as a little kid that I wanted spaghetti. My parents were like, okay. And they got me this plate of spaghetti. Honest to God, I think they say it's, like, 10 inches across, 12 inches
Okay.
across, a big, like, oval plate of spaghetti, mounted up, like, an inch or so, 2 inches maybe. And they
Good
said I ate
gosh.
the whole thing as, like, a little kid. Like, no idea I loved spaghetti that much. I ate the whole thing, and, I've always loved spaghetti. So, like, that's my nostalgic and also, like, the bane of my existence. Like, if you put spaghetti in front of me, don't expect me to stop eating until I'm, like, gonna burst.
Ways to kill Jeremy. Continually feed him spaghetti.
You got it.
You get another phone call, buddy.
Are you
Yeah,
really?
you are.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
You can see it on the camera.
Tyler,
Dude.
again?
Yeah.
Dude, you need to take some meds. You're taking a lot of damage. That's what's happening.
Get those bandages, man.
Use a med kit.
I even told him, I was like, hey, gonna be filming a podcast now. He's like, alright.
I'm getting text.
It's another PlayStation related question.
Oh my god, just tell him message you on Facebook and Facebook on your laptop or something.
Oh, dear viewers, tonight is just a burning pit of fire for us, and it's just we're gonna fucking tough this one right through for you.
It's gonna be the best episode you've ever heard of in your life.
Oh, and my audio just shut off. Fuck me. Fuck.
You could
Oh no! The disaster
Zen.
episode.
Zen moment. Oh, I'm gonna explode. Ugh.
Child.
Someone please just send me lots of liquor and a new headset. That's
I mean,
all
I could
ask.
lick you.
No.
What kind of headset she's into?
Another one of these would be cool.
What are those?
I'm gonna buy you the wireless ones.
G somethings.
They're
They're on
Logitech
here
something.
somewhere. G630.
Oh, Logitech.
Logitech.
What about Corsair? Corsair or...
That's a naughty word, sir.
No, it's not. Corsair's great.
Corsair stuff's really good. My brother has a
Yeah, it actually
great
is.
keyboard and he loves it.
Yeah, I have a keyboard from them as well. I'm not sure what kind it is, actually, but it's amazing. Really good keyboard for actually not, like, $500, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of keyboards, to get even more off track on this crazy ass episode.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I have
We'll call it Into the Rabbit Hole.
seriously something like that.
Mhm.
Holy shit. I have a Hermes keyboard by Gamados.
Ooh.
Gamados, something like that. I have the P2 and I had the P1 originally before the E key stopped working, and it's not you can't
Yeah.
really pull the switches out and replace them with a new switch, like how a lot
Okay.
of mechanical keyboards can. You can like literally
Yeah.
take individual keys out on this one and switch them out. No, I mean like the whole switch itself underneath the key
Oh.
tab. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
let me see if
that's-
my A button's working
Yeah,
again,
like,
boys.
see, I can take these off, but I can take with a tool. I can take the whole key out.
Hey,
That's
it's
kinda
working
cool.
again.
Oh, Eddie was
For
having
those who don't
problems.
know, my cat stepped on my keyboard and broke my A button. My A turned to E, and my E was still E.
Oh.
We've been having a time today, guys. I don't even know what this episode is. We're 40 minutes in, and it's just wild.
Just fucking wild. Anyways,
That's pretty sick keyboard.
okay. So we were talking about you had spaghetti, you had grilling. Oh, me. For me, it's roast beef hash, and a lot of people don't like roast beef hash. But the reason I like roast beef hash is because we had it for on Sunday before church every week, and that was I think what got me. I think it brings back a time of literally just groaning to get up to go to church, and then trying to stay awake during the entire time. That and roast beef sandwiches, which apparently I didn't know this. The way my mom made roast beef sandwiches isn't the way most people make roast beef sandwiches. All she does is put roast beef in a pan, fry it on one side, flip it over, fry it on the other side, put provolone cheese, and then flip it on itself. And then it goes on a hamburger bun with like ranch or something like that. For me, that's what a roast beef sandwich was. It's, by the way, it's pretty good. If you guys ever want to try it, I recommend it. Full
Yeah.
force.
I've never had a roast
Sounds
beef
good.
sandwich like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
that's...
I've always had like a pot roast,
exactly.
Yeah.
sandwich kind of a thing, but it's just like
Right.
literally just heat it up either in the skillet or in the microwave, slap it on
No.
a sandwich on a bun, and then throw some cheese or some like spicy mustard on it.
Yeah, get some sliced roast beef, put it in a pan, let it fry up on one side, flip it over, fry it on the other side, throw the cheese on it, flip it over itself, throw another layer of cheese on it, because you know what, fuck it. Throw it on a hamburger bun, and then I like doing it with ranch, but mustard and stuff would work like that too. It's pretty good, and for a while, that's what I thought roast beef sandwiches were. And then I went to a restaurant when I was younger, and I ordered a roast beef sandwich, and it came out. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because it was the actual like roast beef.
It's not like what you were ready for.
Oh man, tonight is just wild. I can't even get over it.
Yeah. So.
I feel bad for whoever our editor is. Oh no, and I just hit the mic too.
It wasn't that bad. Gosh. It really wasn't that bad.
Sweet.
You know what? Fuck it. Since I'll tell the story I told you earlier, Jeremy, about the way my day started. I lost my work keys this morning. I got about halfway down to my pump station, and I realized I didn't have my keys. I was like, fuck, I don't have my keys. I need those to get into literally everything. So I turn around, go back home, search my house for like 10 minutes, search my truck for 5 minutes, call my boss, like, I don't know where the fuck they're at. I have no idea. So I went and got his, and then I did my normal routine backwards, essentially. Then I get to my pump station, and they're fucking sitting in the door, hanging there, where I left them yesterday. And I just started, I had to laugh. I pissed my pants laughing. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I wasted all this time and they're right fucking there, so.
So did you leave them there?
That's hard to do.
Did you leave them there the day before? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I thought it was like you went there, couldn't find them, because you opened the door to get in, and couldn't find them after that.
No, I went to the pump station the day before to do some grinding on the on my generator floor, because it's a bunch of rust spots. I work with water, so water and metal don't really mix well. So I've been grinding rust off and then priming it so I can get paint on later. And I had to go into the actual pump station side, and I must have left them in that time. So, and that was before lunch yesterday. So I locked up, because it's the two doors lock themselves every time, and then there's a gate around my building. And I locked the gate, never even thought of it. Didn't realize they were gone until this morning when I got halfway down there.
Nice.
So, do you usually don't have to like lock up down
No,
there?
They're like locks you can do without the keys.
No, the door, and that's the other thing, is like, I've actually locked my keys in the pump station before, because that door has an automatic shut on it, and that son of a bitch slams. And when you don't have your keys, I swear to God, it is 3 times louder than it normally is, because you're like, fuck, I just locked my keys in there. So, but no, they lock on their own, and then I actually lock up the gate. So.
Okay.
That's how my morning started.
I saw that on Snapchat. But I didn't know whether to laugh or be like, ooh.
Yeah. I was laughing when I pulled into the pump station. They were just fucking dangling there. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh damn, Sophie's getting big.
Yeah, she's getting real big. She's not really small anymore.
I mean, in comparison, she's still small, but...
Yeah, she's still a little cat. She's only like, she's almost a year old. She's about 8 months old right now. Her birthday's in July.
Oh.
So
I don't know when my cat's birthdays are because they're both rescues.
Little fat boy turns 4 this year.
Wow.
And he's
That's
just a big
insane.
cat to be in general.
I remember when he was not. When he was a small kid.
When he was little cat
Yeah.
boy.
she used to sit in my coat when I would come home. She would hop up and crawl into my coat. She used to fit in there fine. Now she's just big.
A fat boy still crawls into my underwear when I'm on the toilet.
She'll do that too.
William is so weird.
Oh gosh.
Oh my.
What happened now?
No, he was just making a joke.
I was making a stupid joke because he said fat boy will climb into my... And I was just like, Will's weird, dude.
I'm dying. I'm literally
yeah.
dying.
Speaking of pets, this is my next topic for you boys.
Pets! Oh.
What?
Pet peeves.
Pet peeves.
Yeah, what are your big ones? And I can already see Adam seething.
People not spelling words out when you text back and forth.
Okay, so like instead of YOU, they just put U.
Yeah, that, like, literally it takes less than a half a second to add those extra 2 letters if you're typing at any sort of a reasonable speed.
Okay.
Like, that bothers me so much. Or, like, full punctuation. Like, I'm, like, not im, not I am. It's capital I apostrophe M. Like, that bothers me. Because, like, I've texted people before, and it's like, I'm trying to decipher the Da Vinci Code over here. Like, like, come on.
Adam? Or do you have any more there, Jeremy?
None off the top of my head. Maybe Adam will spark something that I...
Okay.
I mean, I have ones that just, like, there are some I'm sure that are worse, but I have ones that are so prevalent to my life every single day that just, like, I could go from being, like, great, like, 10 out of 10, life is fine, to just, like, I want to, like, break windows with fists. Like...
Okay.
And it's so stupid. It just happens so often, and it just irks me just enough. Anybody who works like in a public might be able to relate to this, or you might just let me know down below if I'm actually insane and should see help, or if like this is normal. So it'll be like a therapy session. Okay, so when people come in and you say, "Hi, how are you? What can I get you?" Or like like, "Hello, how are you today?" And they go, "Bush Light." I just want to slap them. I just want to slap them. That's a weird reply to "How are you today, sir?" How about you go and take that bush and shove it up your but that just that little, or if they'll be like, not even, the door won't even be open, and they'll be like ready, like it's like the one word they've been waiting to say their whole life, like they've been like thinking on it, sitting on it all night, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go in there and say Bush Light," and like the door like cracks open, and the sensor's like beep beep beep, and they're like, "Bush Light," and you're like, "Oh my god," like, okay, jeez, fine, I'll be your beer slave, just chill. Or
Uh-oh. Oh boy. Adam, if you can hear us, before you go any further, volume, dude. You're maxing me out again.
I think he's gonna DC again.
50-43. Marking it.
There he goes. There he is. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, that's what's annoying, is when they do that to my internet. No, when they'll have their card or their money, and they'll just be like, you'll be like, 2050, and it's the, oh my god, I could karate chop someone in the face. So I always, this is horrible and bad customer service, don't ever do this, but I will treat customers with the same treat that they treat me. Not respect. I don't add the word respect in there because respect doesn't exist for a lot of customers. So if they do the 2050, I will do the have a good day. Because they can't say anything. They can't be like, "Oh, you're being a dick." No. Monkey see, monkey do, motherfucker. Oh, so that's another one that gets me. And recently we've had to do through the window deliveries because we can't let people in if they don't have a mask. So everybody just comes by without a mask. They're like, "Oh, they got a window. I could just come breathe in their face and their mouth and stuff." First of all, thank you for putting us all in danger, you doofuses. Second of all, there's cameras, right? So like, I'm gonna just be straight up. I don't wear my gloves and mask 24/7 when I'm at work. If there's not a customer, I take it off so I can, breathe regular oxygen, drink beverages, perhaps maybe cough without coughing and burping into my own mask. So a customer will show up, walk to the window. I'll be like, a customer. Let me put on my safety gloves and mask for your own safety. I swear to God, if you're not there in like 0.2 seconds, they're like, "Oh, hey, I'm at the window," and I want to drag their face across the broken glass of the window that I punch my fist through with pure fear. It's just like, dude, just wait. Like, so today I got one of those dry erase markers. I went out and wrote on the window, don't smack on the window. We're coming. Thanks. I swear to God, I'll send you a picture of it. I just put that on the window because I was like, dude, somebody is gonna like somehow damage the window, and I am going to lose my mind. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting like into bad territory here. Like I'm gonna start like confessing like dreams I had. No, just kidding. No, but yeah, those are some things that really get me in public jobs.
Okay.
Pull your mic away from your face just a tad there, buddy. Nope, wrong way. No, okay.
Oh.
You were frozen with it in your mouth. That was amazing.
Oh, boy.
Tonight's a shit show.
Yeah, this is a rough one.
Sorry.
But I definitely, I agree with the whole, like, oh, here's your money.
Oh.
Like, I absolutely, like, I'll just drop the money on the floor, pick it up, see ya.
Yeah.
You know, that's absolutely...
That's when you throw their food or beer at them.
Yeah, it's like, here, catch, good luck.
It's never women either. Women, like elderly women or even young women, can be sassy and mean. But it's always been the dudes who chuck their cards at me. Oh my gosh. The ones I can actually hit. You know, because if it's a woman, you just gotta be like, thank you, ma'am, that was so sweet of you. Here you go, have a great one. If it's a dude, it's like, I hope this shurikens your head off. Ah!
Oh my.
Oh, man. I don't know any other pet peeves that I really have. Just that one that you said, the throw in the money
Because you're a
thing.
good person.
Okay. I'd say my biggest one, and Austin does this a lot just to piss me off, is when you're doing like a volume on something, if it's not a 0 or a 5.
Oh, yeah.
No.
That is one of my biggest pet peeves.
0, 5s, and evens are okay.
No, like, for anything else, evens are fine, but when it comes to volume, it has to be a multiple of 5. I don't know why, but my god, I will sit there, like, if I'm at my house, I'm, like, sitting there gripping the goddamn couch, like, just up 2, that's all you gotta do, up 2 and I'll be fine.
Do it, I'll be fine. Yeah, it really does get a chat.
Speaking of weird things that kind of piss us off, what about some weird things that we have with ourselves? I'll do an example for first to give you guys an idea. When I eat like grapes or Skittles or something that comes individually like pretzels, I eat them in duos. I have to have an even amount of that said specific item, and I eat them 2 at a time.
Okay.
Anything you can think of, boys?
I have something like that with food.
Okay.
What's that?
When I eat like M&Ms, which I am like obsessed with the peanut M&Ms, like I just have them at hand. But I like it. It will like drive me crazy if it'll run across my mind. I wonder what color I have in my mouth right now, and I don't know. I will then have to like get it on my tongue and look like, oh, okay, that one was orange, and then I like will almost breathe a sigh of relief. It's not all the time. Sometimes I can just mindlessly eat and be fine. Other times I'll be like, crap, what color did I just put in my mouth? Okay. So stupid and actually, like, crazy, but it's a real thing.
Are you guys OCD or what?
A little bit.
I have been in the past. Like, I've been, like I've had to almost go to a doctor because of it. Because I was, like, germophobic OCD.
Oh, man. I don't know. I have to wear socks all the time?
Yes, that is very weird. William does that too, and I don't fucking get it.
So, like, I don't sit around my house with like, my bare feet ever, even in the summer. Like, right now, I have shoes on at my desk in my house.
I get that, though, because my feet get freezing.
Yeah.
I get so goddamn hot in socks.
See, I'm the
my
other way.
feet are never warm.
I'm always cold.
Mm-hmm.
But
my feet are at least.
I prefer being cold over being too hot. I always put
Same,
more clothes on.
100%.
You can't take quite as many off, otherwise you
I
might
mean,
get
you
arrested.
can. They just start to yell at you more. You know what's bullshit? I used that on a fucking girl on Tinder one time, and she was like, "What? Are you serious?" I'm like, "No, it's a fucking joke, you dumbass."
Whoa! Whoa, we can't just start degrading women now.
No,
No,
just that
she was.
specific person.
Yeah, she was a dumbass. She'll never watch this. I highly doubt she'll ever fucking. She doesn't remember who I am, to be honest. We talked for like a day, and that's it.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of other weird things. I have a bump on the back of my head. They don't know why. It's like a blood thing. They said I might have to get it removed. But now it doesn't matter because nobody can get surgery. So,
God.
it's been there my whole life. That's a weird thing about me. I'm trying to think of other things. Oh, because the Eminem thing really is weird and makes me kind of sound like a psycho. I can't stand Tyler. I know something Tyler has. This man, he's actually, it's a problem. So like if a bottle, anything like, he will leave like that in there. He'll leave like that, every single bottle ever in there. And here's what's crazy. If it's at work, he puts them in the cooler.
What?
He puts them in the cooler and they'll pile up. There's like 4 of them in there. And he doesn't go back and drink it the next day. No, he just either he'll throw it out or he'll put it back in the cooler, and it blows my mind. I'm like, Tyler, one day I literally went through with a Sharpie just to see if he'd read it. He never said anything about it, so I don't think he saw it. I wrote on it, "My name is Tyler, and I'm a psychopath," on every single one, and I just set them all up and faced them, and I can't stand it. And I tell him all the time, I'm like, I wonder whose water this is. He's like, oh.
This much left.
He's like, here, and then he'll take it and he'll throw it out. I'm like, literally, people are dying in Africa, and it's your fault.
I just lost the whole video there for a second. That was weird.
I don't know. It was very weird.
I didn't lose it on the capture though. That was real weird though.
That's good, I guess.
Maybe a bad HDMI cord. Oh well.
I don't. Yeah. So, all right. I think we're about to end this this shithole of a fucking episode up, but we can't forget everyone's favorite Fat Boy Corner. So, tonight on the docket is Texas Roadhouse.
Oh my gosh, marry me. Alright, hold on. Let me get ready.
Flashbacks.
You want me to flash you? Is that what you're trying to say?
No. So I worked.
You want me to flash my back?
Okay, I'll say this first. I worked at a family-owned version of a Texas Roadhouse. It was a steakhouse, you know. It had the sweet buns with the cinnamon butter and all that nonsense that the Texas Roadhouse has.
No.
Exactly the same. Had the peanuts for a long time. They got rid of them a year before I stopped working there. 2 years before I stopped working there. I worked there for quite a while.
Yeah.
Like 4 years, I think.
Yeah, even I actually remember that.
But yeah, I worked every position but bartender there.
Okay.
I worked in the kitchen, all the kitchen positions. I worked as a server. I worked, I obviously had to like be trained as a host at one point or another. So honestly, just like a regular steak is more than enough for me. Like I don't need a big steak. I don't need anything fancy or special.
Okay. If
I never see another blooming onion ever again in my life, I will. It will be too soon.
Oh no!
Like the pub pretzels or whatever, the big jumbo pretzels. I don't know if Texas Roadhouse has those, but we did.
They don't.
We need to heal you.
No, if I
need to heal you.
If I never go into another restaurant that has peanuts as an appetizer on every single table and they're all over the floor, I'll be happy.
Okay.
But don't you miss the like?
No, because we
happy birthday, the happy birthday time, happy birthday time. You're at Texas Roadhouse and here's a giant hat. Happy birthday hat, happy birthday hat.
Don't they put you on a saddle, not a hat?
Yeah. I just used elderly gentlemen at the tables next to me, but they have a saddle that you could choose to ride too. saddle's the preferred like method of birthday kingdom, but yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm fucking lightheaded right now.
Oh god. The corona didn't take my jokes, dude.
Oh my goodness. But I don't have a single preference to any of that. So Adam, you go right ahead.
I can't even pull up the menu, and I'm disappointed.
Really?
And I can't just have... Yeah! I can't just have Eddie go second. That would throw off our thing.
Fair enough.
I mean, if you want to go second, but...
I don't want to ruin tradition at this point.
Right? But it literally is just like Google's like, yeah, you can't Google that right now. It's closed.
Interesting.
I'm surprised. Usually, like, even just, like, Yelp or...
I mean, because I literally have it up right now, so...
What the crap? Casual dining. Maybe if I click on that. Happy birthday, Texas Roadhouse time.
God. Yeah, we did songs like that, too.
Oh, here we go.
It was just the worst. It was like...
What were yours like? Can you recreate it?
This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Hey, happy birthday. But like before that, it'd be like they're ringing the bell, getting everybody's attention, and then you have to yell, "Attention, everybody in the restaurant!" You know, it's blah blah blah's birthday, and then you start singing, and it's actually terrible because you have to put on this big fake smile, and it's like no one's ever happy about that, and it's always in the middle of a dinner rush, and it's always when you're slaving tables, and it's always when you've got 9 other things to do.
Okay, so can I ask a question since you've worked...
Sorry, Stanley's being an asshole right now.
I'm just kidding. Since you've worked at somewhere like that, do you know when people are bullshitting you just to get free stuff?
Oh yeah, for sure. There's 100%. Here's the difference between someone who's being serious. It's like, this actually isn't done right. Can I get something different, or can you make it again? Or, oh well, you know, it was kind of overdone. You know, there's 2 people, and 9 times out of 10, the person who is like being serious and sincere, it's like, hey, I don't really care. Can you just get it taken off my thing? Take the food away. I don't want it. You know, those people are 100% like just such nicer people about it, because it's like they're just trying to get out. Yeah. They're like, they just want to go home, or, you know, my steak was overdone. Can you make it again? Make it less, you know, whatever. Or it's the people who ate 3/4 of their meal, and it's like, well, it was kind of overdone around the edges, around the edges of a steak, where it's always going to be a little more overdone.
I mean, that's just how the meat's gonna cook. There's nothing you can really do about that.
In.
The other way you could do that is if you sous vide everything, and you guys don't have 4 hours to prepare every steak.
Nope.
I don't even know what that word means, but, so what about, like, when... Oh.
Alright, you make it sound a lot worse than it actually is. Calm down. Sous vide is pretty good.
No,
about, like...
I've done actual sous vide. It's pretty good.
What do you know? Could you tell when people were bullshitting about, like, oh, it's her birthday, you should bring her a cake? In-Sane.
So that's a little harder. That's a little harder because a lot of the time when they're out to dinner for their birthday, the person whose birthday it is won't want you to do it.
Yeah, that's me every single goddamn time.
And they'll be like, "Oh no, it's not really my birthday. Leave me. Just don't do that. Don't do that." But also people who are like trying to be like, "Hey, it's this guy's birthday," you know, ha ha ha.
Yeah. Because I will admit, really I've done that more than 4 times.
So that's a little harder to describe, like to determine. And where I worked, we just gave him like a little dessert shooter.
Yeah.
It was like literally we lost like 10 cents, 20 cents.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I've done that more than like 4 times. I was never the person whose birthday it was, but I was the guy who was like, hey, it's Noah Criley's birthday. And then he'd get free ice cream and hate me. But Okay, so I mean, like, this is gonna make me sound like a child, but their chicken critters I've always kind of been a fan of. I know it's stupid, but like they just get the right crispiness on it, and it's great. And the way restaurants have different ranches. Like some are like liquidy, some are thick. Yeah, and their ranch just works well with that. Stupid, I know it's like basically just getting chicken nuggets, but they're good. The grilled shrimp also really good. I've also had the New York what is that called?
Strip.
New York. Yeah, New York strip. Really good. I haven't had a ton of opportunities in my life to go to Texas Roadhouse because that's kind of like always been like a trip for my family because it's a special place. I've went like twice with my family and once with Will and Eddie's family. Or someone's birthday.
I think it was Williams.
Maybe Williams. Yeah, it was Will's. But that's like it. Oh, I went once with Elise after a dance recital. But we just got appetizers. Because she was like, I'm not really hungry, I'm a dancer. And I was like, yeah, me neither.
You're one of those people.
Me? No. Her?
No, I mean,
yeah.
The people that come in and just get appetizers.
Oh, there's no way in hell I'm going the whole way to a restaurant just to get an appetizer. They're going to feed me my
I was trying to impress a girl.
Sorry.
And also her parents was like, get whatever you want, we'll pay. And I was like, I'm good.
But,
yeah, you're good, man.
But no,
tonight's
the teenagers or young adults that come in and just get appetizers, especially close to close time,
oh, yeah,
bane of every server and kitchen staff existence. Like,
it's the same for beer distributors.
They're literally like, get out. Like, everyone's gonna kill you. It's actually terrible. Or people...
That's the same way for beer distributor. You come in like, look, I get a Busch Light. Oh, what time you guys close? It looks like you're shutting down. Yeah, we closed 10 minutes ago. Oh, well, can I get a Busch Light? And it's just like, no. But we can't say no because Dad's like, oh, sell it to them. I'll take their money. It's like, okay. You be a good businessman and I'll be an asshole.
Oh, man. What's your go-tos there, Eddie?
My go-tos, 100% are the rattlesnake bites, which are fried jalapenos with cheddar and just some sort of ranch. Like it's a spicy ranch, but it's very good. I do like a blooming onion, but it's like not like something I go in for specific. And then actually a prime rib. I don't know why, but over the past like 3 years, I've started to like super rare steaks and stuff like that. But they have a really good prime rib. Most times it's not overcooked. Because for people who don't know, prime rib is a very rare steak. Most times, still a lot of blood coming out of the meat. So, but I enjoy it a lot. And of course, the buns. I fuck up the buns, but that's 'cause I'm a little fat boy. So,
the buns, like that was just a given for me. I assume you guys don't need to hear me say that those are, because that's like they're God sent, you know. Of course, I get the buns.
Yeah. Well. So for me, if I ever eat another one of those, it'll be too soon because I think I've eaten in my 4 years there probably like 1,000 of those. Like honest to God, not even over exaggerating. Like,
oh, if I worked there, yeah, I'd eat 1,000 a week.
And I've probably seen hundreds of thousands of rolls go through a restaurant.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
At a restaurant. I lost my video.
I'd be rolling out of the restaurant.
But like. Man, because I think, what did we do? My restaurant wasn't super busy all the time. Like, we definitely had ups and downs, but
yeah.
I think on busy nights during like the busy season, we'd probably do, I don't know, almost 100 dozen rolls in a night.
Fuck.
You know, that's lit.
We do them in batches of a dozen on like a half sheet tray.
Yeah.
So you'd cook those, and we'd probably go through like 100 trays in a night on really busy nights. So like, and I worked there for 4 years. So, you know, I don't know if you want to do any sort of math. If you average that to like maybe, you know, 60 from the really slow nights to the really busy nights, 60's about 60 dozen trays. would be
Oh
about average
gosh,
a night.
I failed math so much.
So
I was gonna
over
say,
4
Adam, you
years,
should be the one doing the math.
A lot.
a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't ever need to eat another sweet roll.
Okay.
I'll.
Well, gentlemen, I think we should call it a night before anything else gets fucked up. So, if you've made it this far, I really do thank you. I don't know how much this is going to get into the actual video itself, but it was a clusterfuck the entire way through. So, I hope you enjoyed. I can't wait to talk to you next episode. I almost did it again. Next episode, where we talk about some more stupid shit and hopefully not have 15 phone calls at the same time. So, I hope you all have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.